Anansi, and the magic cooking pot. In a village nestled by the edge of a great forest, there lived a clever spider named Anansi. He was known for his tricks, but deep down, he always longed for something more, something that would make life easier. One evening, as Anansi sat by his fire, he overheard a conversation that would change his life forever. "There is a magic cooking pot in the heart of the forest," said one of the villagers. "Anyone who owns it will never go hungry again." Anansi's eyes sparkled with excitement. He heard many tales of magic in the forest, but he never believed them until now. The next morning, Anansi set off into the deep forest. He walked carefully, his 8 legs moving swiftly through the thick underbrush. His mind was focused on the magic cooking pot. "I will be the richest spider in the village," he thought. "No one will ever go hungry again if I get that pot." The forest was dark and quiet, with only the sounds of birds and insects filling the air. Anansi traveled deeper and deeper until he came across a hidden clearing. In the center, glowing softly, was the magic cooking pot. It sat on a stone pedestal, surrounded by vines and blooming flowers. Anansi couldn't believe his eyes. The pot shimmered with a golden glow, as if it held the power of the sun itself. Without hesitation, he crawled towards it, eager to claim his prize. As soon as he touched the pot, a voice boomed from the trees. "Who dare to take my pot?" the voice asked. Anansi froze, his heart racing. From behind a tall tree, an old woman appeared. She was dressed in flowing white robes, her face wrinkled with age, but full of kindness. "This pot belongs to the earth," she said softly. "It gives food to those who are in need." Anansi's mind raced. "If I tell her I am hungry, she will give me food," he thought. But instead, he lied. "I have many people to feed," he said. "I need the pot to share food with my village." The old woman studied him for a moment, then nodded. "Very well," she said. "But remember, this pot only works for those who truly care for others. It will give food as long as you have a kind heart." Anansi eagerly promised to be kind, though in his heart he knew he had no plans for sharing the pot's magic with anyone. With the pot in his possession, Anansi hurried back to the village. He couldn't wait to see the magic in action. As soon as he entered his home, he placed the pot on the fire and whispered the words the old woman had told him. The pot began to hum, and soon delicious food began to bubble up from within. The smell filled the air, and Anansi's mouth watered. He had never seen so much food in his life. There was enough to feed the entire village and more. But instead of sharing, Anansi ate and ate, not thinking about anyone else. The pot kept giving filling his belly until he could eat no more. That night, Anansi lay in his hammock, full and content. The pot sat beside him, glowing softly in the dark. I could keep this magic all to myself, he thought. I don't need to share it with anyone. Why should I? He fell asleep, dreaming of all the food he would eat the next day. The next morning, Anansi wake up with a grumbling stomach. He went to the pot, eager to eat more, but when he touched it, nothing happened. The pot was cold and still. He tapped it, but no food appeared. Confused, Anansi tried again and again, but it was no use. In a panic, Anansi rushed to the old woman's home in the forest. He explains his problem, his voice trembling. The pot worked yesterday, he said, but today it is empty. What do I do? The old woman looked at him, her eyes filled with wisdom. The pot works for those who have a pure heart, she explained, but it can only give to those who share with others. You have taken too much, Anansi. The pot knows when greed fills the heart, and it will stop giving until you learn to be generous. Anansi hung his head in shame. He had been selfish, thinking only of his own hunger. I am sorry, he said, his voice quiet. Please help me fix my mistake. The old woman smiled gently. You must return to the village and share the food with others. Only then will the pot work again.